Good morning and welcome to Morning Moments. We have a special guest today, all the way from the beautiful state of Tennessee, Roy Garton. He is an actor, writer, and director, and owner of a media and studio. And I'm just so thrilled to have Roy with us today. Welcome aboard, Roy.
Well, that's wonderful to be with you today. Yeah, beautiful downtown Cookeville, Tennessee.
Yes, I've been to that. I've been to that big city. It's a wonderful city there.
Good old country folk.
Yes, it is. It is. Tell me a little bit about yourself and what do you do and about your business.
Well, I own FDMC Digital Media. We are an all-encompassing branding a company that we do video production, we do social media platforms for small businesses, web design, and voiceover. So for small businesses, we pretty much can do it all. I encompass within my own business my film division, which I make and produce independent films, and plus I'm a SAG-AFTRA actor, and I also do acting and have been doing that since I was a kid.
I was going to say you've done a little bit of acting in your time. I saw some of your credits.
Yeah. Not so much anymore today as we all age, because your selections become more within your character and your age. But I got about 30 films to my credit and several national commercials and television series.
Yeah, that's great. That's great. I was looking you up and seeing some of your films that you acted, directed. You did a little bit of everything in the film industry, haven't you?
Yes, I have.
We are definitely in some changing times. What are some of the lessons that you've learned and some things that has been on your heart during these times that we're in?
Boy, I'm so glad you brought that up. When COVID-19 hit, and I mean, it not only affected us here in Cookeville, Tennessee, but I mean, obviously all businesses all over the world, as we have seen, and the death, and especially here in Cookeville, because right after we had that devastating tornado, which made national news, and sadly we lost 19 lives here in Cookeville, and just right after that, then COVID hit. And I mean, you talk about a small city that's just picking itself up from the bootstraps. Cookeville is a prime example. My own business, of course, things kind of went down the tube. On the fortunate end of it, of course, I can meet virtually with a lot of my clients, just like I'm doing with you. So business can still be conducted. A lot of my clients, they're based in Florida, where I used to live. Again, I work with them remotely. So while I wasn't hit that severely on that aspect of it, from the film division end of it, everything shut down. We're just starting to make a rebound in the film business. So fortunately, that's coming back, but it's tough. You have to make a lot of decisions since we are a small company, and a lot of my staff work by contract. I didn't lose a lot of staff because I hired folks as I need them for a lot of my work. But boy, my wife and I had to make some tough decisions. I mean, we had a huge income.
Yeah. And it really puts things in perspective for what's really important, doesn't it?
It sure does. You do a lot of praying, a lot of soul searching. Do we have to sell off some equipment? Do we have to get rid of something? Your recurring revenue that you have as a business owner was still coming in. I mean, businesses don't shut down the websites that we maintain. Businesses don't cut down their social media. In fact, they build it up. So they're still looking for consulting as far as how can they still reach their clients through social media, which, we help a lot of companies with. But that helps, that does help get things through. So we find avenues, but it's tough. It's a tough go. My film production, like I said, totally shut down. We're just starting to get to where we've got a script done, and we're getting ready to produce another independent film a little bit later on this summer. So thank the Lord for that.
Yeah. I heard someone say the other day, don't let the pain of the moment keep you from your purpose. And it's easy to do that if we're not careful, isn't it?
That's so true. I mean, some of the things that you really got to pray about is getting back to COVID-19. I mean, I'm still to the point where my wife and I don't do a lot of socialization, and some people press you like, well, you can take your mask off now, you can go out and meet in groups, you can, and it's still not safe. And you know, you know, you physically, like, you still watch and go to church services online. A lot of people say, why don't you come back to church physically? And we're just not ready for that yet, but we're getting there. We're getting our last shots for COVID and things, and then maybe we can make that next step. But you know, some people you lose some friends over, you know, like,
Yeah.
but you just got to say we're doing what we think is right in science, and being safe. You know, it's coming back. We're getting there, but
Mhm.
you know, you pray for everybody, and then we say we hope you pray for us too, just because of the choices that we have to make.
Yeah. And it's really, well, there's so many mixed messages out there, but here in Virginia Beach, we've had a couple close friends. One good friend of mine die of COVID-19,
Mhm.
and when it becomes personal, it becomes real, and there's a lot of spin that's happening. But as a nurse, I keep saying we got to be safe. We got to get this, keep this from spreading anymore.
Yeah, I have family members who are in the nursing business as well, and I hear you. You know, you hear from the public's point of view, but people like you and in our family, they're nurses. You hear their side of the story and the long, hard hours they're working, the exhaustion and the death that they're seeing from COVID, and the sick people. It gives you a wake up call, like, you know, what's you got to understand what's between what's reality and what, you know, faith and all that's great, but you see the real thing happening, and you know where you got to make your choices. But yeah, but we're, like I said, I'm just glad things are starting to come back now, and business is picking up, and production's getting back, and my acting business, my auditions are starting to get stronger.
Yeah,
My agent's happy, so
good, good. And I'm going to get some information from you and put it down below here in the comment section so that folks can pull up your company's name, also pull up your films and see what you've been in. Always curious. Was he in that? Was he in that? Oh, he was in that. And it was always thrilling for me to see people and going, oh, he was in that TV series. I love that TV series. And but so I'm going to put that down there, and I want you to spread the word, everybody, and take a look at this and pass this interview on. But more important, and I say this but nearly every interview, more important than the the networking and the support you could give Roy, when you see Roy's name, I want you to bow your head and pray for him, that God
thank
would
you.
put him in the right place at the right time to be with the right people to make things happen. So
No, thank you so much. I appreciate that. And the same to you for all your work you do in nursing and what you're doing for people. May they also pray for you as well.
thank you. Thank you so much.
Absolutely.
Thank you so
Absolutely.
much. Hey, I want to thank each and every one of you for joining me today. Like I said, pass this message on either through my Facebook page or through YouTube. And I want to thank my special guest Roy for joining me today and taking the time.
Thank you so much. It was a pleasure to be here.
Thank you. Just keep coming back for some more morning moments, and thank you.
Absolutely. Thank you.